Thomas the Tank Engine and Emily the Green Stirling Engine are very good friends. They sometimes work together on Thomas's branch line, but not only do they try to be really useful, Emily can sometimes try to do the best and be the best at all times, which can sometimes annoy Thomas, but they are good friends nevertheless. And sometimes they even help each other. One morning, Thomas puffed into the yard on his way to pick up Annie and Clarabelle. He saw Emily at the shed. "Hello," Thomas tooted cheerfully. "Hello," Emily reached back, but Emily looked down and sad. "What's the matter?" asked Thomas. "I'm as fed up of doing the same jobs and seeing the same sights over and over again. I just want to do something different," she wished. Thomas thought for a moment. "You know what I say," he said. "Sometimes something new is somewhere you wouldn't think to look. I'll advise you look around and do that." "Thank you, Thomas," Emily wished as Thomas puffed away. She think that was a very good idea. Later that day, Emily passed by a building she had never been before. She was very impressed, and she could hear talking. "What is this place?" asked Emily. "That is the Sodor TV station, called Sodor News," said the driver. "They produce the news broadcast and they make different TV shows." Emily was excited. "I would like to have a job involving that," she wished. "Well, Emily, you're in luck," called a voice. It was the Fat Controller. "The van has broken down for Sodor News, and they need an engine to spare him for a while. But first, you need to take this letter to the mainland, involving Ted, the manager, to give you an important parcel containing Lady Hat's golden necklace. Do you think you can do that?" "Yes, sir, but all the way to the mainland for that? What happened to the ships and the van?" "Well, the boats are on strike and the delivery van has broken down, so the engine is the only sort of transportation. And if you do that well, you can be the TV engine. Do you think you can do that? Do it for Sodor's sake." "Well, yes, sir, I'll do it." "Great." He gave the letter to Emily's driver. "That's sorted then," he said. Now run home, Emily. Run as fast as you can." She later told the others about her new job. They were all excited for her, except Thomas. "I can't believe you're doing this, Emily," he wished. "If you work for Sodor News, you're going to be selling your tender." He didn't like Sodor News because of what happened to him a long time ago. "Oh, come on, Thomas, it's an important job. They're making news network. And he said look around and I found a job. I thought you'll be excited for me." "Are you kidding me?" Thomas said angrily. "They're a live factory. They report wherever they please, and they will take down anyone who doesn't agree with them." "You can moan all you want, Thomas," Emily wished, "but I'm going to do this special, and you're not going to stop me." And she wished away to the engine wash. Or can I? Thomas had a naughty idea. He followed her to the engine wash. But after taking on water, and when he arrived, Emily had already been cleaned. He rolled up alongside her. "Emily, I've got a message from the Fat Controller. He doesn't want you to go to the mainland after all, and he wants his letter back." Emily was surprised. "Oh, if that's what he said," she wished. Thomas was given the letter and he puffed off. He was going to do the job himself. He puffed along the track to the mainland. It was a long way from Sodor to the mainland, especially for his wheels. But eventually he made it to the shunting yard of the mainland, where he met Ted, the yard manager, waiting for him. "Hello, Ted. The Fat Controller sent me for a parcel. Read this letter." So Ted did. Dear Ted, due to transport problems, I've sent one of my engines to pick up my important parcel for Lady Hat, but give it to the one who gives you this letter. Signed, Sir Topham Hatt. Well, it certainly sounds like him, he said. He went into his office and came back with a very small parcel. Here it is, and he gave it to Thomas's driver in his cab. And Thomas puffed away. He felt very pleased with himself. But on the way, there was trouble. The points were set onto a broken track into the goods yard. Thomas chuffed, tipped, and stopped. Whoa, that was some tipped. It's almost the same as what happened last time. I wonder what was going on. Then everything seemed to happen at once. A worried-looking diesel with a word spelling version on it rolled up alongside Thomas. And to Thomas's driver's surprise, there were two unfamiliar-looking people coming out of a cab. "Hello there," said one with a beard. "What do you want?" "We've set the points and we can steal your blue tank engine. I'm Rocky, and behind me is Mugsy." "Hello," said Mugsy. "Oh, please, please don't steal me. I have friends and two coaches," cried Thomas. "All right, we won't steal you," said Rocky. "But," he said as he spotted the parcel, "we'll steal your parcel as well." "No, don't," cried Thomas. But it was too late. Rocky knocked out his driver and took the parcel from his hand, and they climbed into the diesel's cab. "Move over, Mugsy," said Rocky. "I want to drive." And they rolled away laughing, despite the mistake of reversing. "Help me!" cried the diesel. Thomas felt terrible. Oh, help. Help! I shouldn't have come to the mainland. I really hate to do a special job, but if I wasn't so cross I should cry. He wasn't the only one who spotted the diesel. It came into Sodor and passed Emily in the siding. She was very surprised, but she didn't see the robbers inside. But she was happy to see something new. That evening, the Fat Controller came to see Emily at the sheds. "Emily, I had a call from Ted earlier, and something clears to me that something has happened to my important parcel. You have caused confusion and delay of transportation. Lady Hat was waiting for that necklace." Emily wanted to say something, but before she could, the Fat Controller added, "Tomorrow, you will deliver coal to the main station, and Percy will take your passengers in your place, and that's that." And he left. "Oh, that's not fair," Emily wished. She had been told off for something she didn't do. Thomas heard everything from the repair shed. He felt worse than ever. It was all his fault. The next day, Emily had just delivered the coal when Thomas arrived. "Emily," he puffed, "I've got something to tell you." And he told her all about what had happened. "Oh, Thomas, I'm really sorry that happened to you," Emily wished. "But why did you hate Sodor News?" she asked. "I was hoping you wouldn't ask that question. Well, a long time ago, they were doing a film called The Railway Children, and I auditioned, but they said I'm just too ugly." "Oh, Thomas, I'm really sorry that happened to you as well." "I know. It was too hard to let it go that time. It took forever to get out of my mind, and I hated it ever since. But at least I admitted it now. But that's not the point. Rocky and Mugsy have stolen the necklace. I started it, but it's up to you with my help to finish it." "You're right, Thomas," said Emily. "But what about that Virgin Diesel?" "How did you know about that?" he asked. "It went past me yesterday," she explained. "Right. If they're going around Sodor, we'll have to look out for that diesel." Emily was uncoupled from the trucks, and the two engines set off to find Rocky and Mugsy and the diesel. They've looked all over the island, but they couldn't find them anywhere. "Let's face it, we'll never find them," Emily moaned. Suddenly, there was a sound of pistons pumping and wheels clickety-clack as Tom rushed by. "Help! I've been stolen!" he cried. Then Sheriff wrapped up. "It turned out that Rocky and Mugsy have stolen Tom," he said. We'll go and catch them, Thomas puffed. Good thinking, young Thomas, said Sheriff. And Thomas and Emily set off together as fast as they could. Tom rushed along with Rocky and Mugsy laughing in his cab, while Thomas and Emily rushed along as fast as they could, trying to keep up. Then Tom realised he was on the wrong track. There ahead was Henry. Luckily, the signalman changed the points just in time. Next, he passed Edward. He was having trouble shunting. He asked Tom for some help. Sorry, cried Thomas. Tom can't help you. He is a runaway and we're trying to stop him. As they rushed past. They were getting closer to Tom now, but Rocky threw a banana skin onto the other track. Thomas and Emily rode over it and started struggling with their wheels. Now they were pulling away. Well done, Rocky, laughed Mugsy. I never knew you could drive a steam train. Don't be silly, Mugsy. I can't. I can't drive a steam train. Help! Help! Which is the brakes? And they carried on along the track, faster and faster. James was resting in the siding. Then there was trouble. James was surprised. Then Thomas and Emily arrived. They were happy that Tom had stopped, but Tom wasn't happy about the way he stopped. Ow, that really hurts, he groaned. The crash was so fierce that the robbers were too stiff and sore to get up. Emily's driver picked up a parcel. I'll take that, thank you very much, he said. What's going on? Asked James. No time to explain, James, Emily wished. Thomas, go and get Edward to help us clean up this mess. And Thomas did as fast as he could. Later, the Fat Controller spoke to the engines. Well done, Emily. You stopped the crooks. They were complete train robbers, and you got Lady Hat's necklace back. I'm sorry for turning you off last night. The phone line was a bit dodgy. I couldn't make heads or tails of what Ted was saying. It's okay, sir, but I couldn't have done it without Thomas's help, Emily wished. Yes, but it was my fault it all happened in the first place. Your fault? Asked the Fat Controller. Thomas told him what had happened. Thomas, you know better than to take Emily's job. I'm sorry, sir, he said. So you should be. But since you helped Emily catch the crooks, I'm gonna let it go this time. And Thomas and Emily, you're gonna have a new coat of paint, and Tom, you're gonna have your buffers fixed. Thank you, sir, said all the engines. After the Fat Controller left, Thomas spoke. Well, Emily, with two of us together, it takes teamwork to stop the crooks. Yeah, but that paint job should be my reward, moaned Tom. Well, I'm glad everything's back to normal. I don't think I'm cut out to be a TV engine. Why did you change your mind? Asked Thomas. Well, it's fun to have an adventure, she wished. But I'm happy to stay where I was and see all my friends. And believe me, they are all excellent. All the engines cheered. Then Tom spoke up. Thank you for rescuing me. I never know those robbers will come into me. That's all right, said the two engines. That's what friends are for. And Thomas and Emily are now friends again.